as I've been traveling down this journey of experiencing American culture, your country music started it all off for me. Finding the storytelling genres and everything, and then finding out how proud you are of your flag, how you treat your military, but then how the small towns are like so interwoven between each other that they're there for each other all the time. And then to find out that when something big happens to the country, the whole country comes together as one, which was beautiful to see. Unfortunate circumstances, but trust me, beautiful to see. And now, I've also been going down another journey, which is your sports. I mean, you can't talk about America without talking about sports, right? So I looked into the NFL, I looked into the hockey, and then I did a little bit about the bull riding and things like that. But one thing I wanted to get to was the baseball. Now, the thing is, I still haven't got to the baseball because I found something different. I found an actual game where something amazing happened. It was a beautiful moment, and it was recommended multiple times. And when I finally did check it out, I was shocked at how, wow, a whole country could celebrate together in one moment. And this moment managed to be captured in the middle of a baseball game with thousands of people all slowly learning what's happened all at the same time. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for you and tell you what it is, but you should be proud of your country. You should be proud of your heritage. You should be proud of your flag. And it's moments like these that prove that when everything is on the line, you all come together. And that is something that I think my country needs to do right now, more than anything. So here's a perfect example. If you're American and you're watching this, you should feel a sense of pride. If you're English and you're watching this, it should awaken something in you. I hope it does. Right, here we go. I'm ready for this.
Division rivalry between the Mets and the Phillies. The ballpark was full. It was a really lively atmosphere, but you know, at the time I just thought I was sitting down to do a regular baseball game.
We didn't know what was going on. We just knew something special happened. And I don't know how to describe that when you don't know what's going on, but you know it's special.
The afternoon was spent on pins and needles. I wasn't watching sports that night.
May 1st, 20.
Another packed house here at Citizens Bank Park and an awfully nice night for a ball game here in Philadelphia. The New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies Sunday night baseball.
The stadiums
You know, it's always
are
a rivalry when a New York team and a Philadelphia team get together.
Look how massive the stadiums are, even for your baseball events. I keep being shocked and surprised. I always assumed that soccer had the biggest stadiums because they just simply have huge, huge ones. But some of them are beaten out by your American college games. And then look at this baseball one.
I think for the most part we respected one another, but I think certainly we didn't like each other.
When I was wearing red and white pinstripes, I couldn't stand orange, black, and blue. I just couldn't.
The Mets-Phillies rivalry, it's based on proximity. There's a little bit of a big brother, little brother issue going on, I think.
So these two are close to each other, and this is rival teams. All right, we have that in soccer a lot as well.
It was extra special, obviously. That rivalry was
I'm going to try not to pause it much from now on.
Even in our production meeting prior to, I remember someone making the point that this is the only show in town. And by that, I mean really the only major sporting event going on across the country. And that's not often the case.
Just so happened to be the only one. Bottom of the 6th inning.
An 0-2 count on the lead.
What does that mean?
Swing and a foul tip held by Paulino. Lee strikes out. One down.
At the same moment, the White House announces a presidential
watching
news
the game.
conference.
We have monitors here, watching Twitter on the laptop, and the White House reporters that I follow. They started talking back and forth about the president has called a news conference.
Our news editor, Claire Smith, passed a note along at some point to me, POTUS news conference tonight. To me, honestly, you know, I'm locked in on what's going on in the field. I'm not even factoring in what this could mean.
And Young strikes him out.
Something's happening.
As the Phillies leave the bases loaded here in the 7th inning.
It was a one-run ball game. The tying run was on base, and Ryan Howard's coming up. But all of a sudden, you become aware of something else.
I looked down at my phone, and I got a text from a buddy who always watched games, and he said, they got bin Laden.
Bobby nudged me with his elbow and showed me his phone. You know, this isn't in the play-by-play handbook. They don't tell you how to deal with this one.
Can you imagine the feeling, the sense, after everything your country had been through? Everything. And then to hear that news, wow. Like I said, I'm going to try not to pause it through the main bits. It's just at the beginning. I don't want to give it zero commentary or anything. Otherwise, I'm just straight ripping off somebody else's material or anything. But also, I don't want to be disrespectful by talking over it at the same time. So it's a very hard place that I'm in right now. So please forgive me if I talk less than usual.
There were rumors that Osama bin Laden had been, the United States had got him, and that they'd killed him.
Tom Archer, our producer, right away said, we're trying to corroborate it. Don't say anything yet. We're preparing a statement. So you try to put it out of your mind for a second, and you keep calling the game.
They've only got 2 hits in this game. They've got 3 hits in this game. Mayberry getting the wave. The throw from Bay, not in time, and the Phillies have tied it.
Made it. Let's go.
When we understood what was happening and that this was less a rumor and more fact, we said we're going to bring the announcers on camera at the end of the 8th inning.
Ground ball to second, inning over. Some breaking news for those of you who have been with us on the ball game. ABC News is reporting that Osama bin Laden has been killed, and a presidential news conference is upcoming momentarily.
I think thereafter, we had our eyes open for when that bit of news was going to find its way into the 40,000 plus people who were at Citizens Bank Park.
Oh, people starting to find out.
At the very beginning of the 9th inning, my now wife, fiance at the time, just happened to be on her phone, I guess. It wasn't the most entertaining game for her.
On CNN, an article popped up about, it's not confirmed yet, but it looks like bin Laden has been killed. And then, I turned to my fiance and said, hey, look at this is something.
My friend next to me, she suddenly lets out a, oh my God, we killed bin Laden. After that, everything changed.
Oh, they're chanting.
Got a chant of USA as the news goes through the crowd.
There were 2 events going on at once. One was a baseball game, and one is a hugely significant world event, which people, one by one, are finding out about around the ballpark.
Everybody's looking at the phones.
Once the word started to leak out, we were told to find people sharing cell phone information with people beside them, find people that were excited, jumping up and down. That night, it was pretty easy to find good shots.
That's when I decided to pull out my phone. It just kind of struck me as this is like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of moment.
USA! 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 USA!
Yo, everybody. They're all starting to find out, and they're all cheering for the country. Even the kids are happy.
There's no place in the world right now where there are more Americans gathered than in that ballpark. And they were all experiencing this rush of emotion simultaneously and spontaneously. The players, of course, had no idea what was going on.
Very rarely do you hear USA chants break out, you know, out of nowhere. So it's
They
kind
won't
of
know
just
yet, will they?
a bit of a state of confusion. Then you get locked in for your bag.
And I'm thinking, what national team's playing and who they playing and who they beat?
Was there a soccer game going on? I thought maybe there was a hockey game going on. I was confused, and it kind of took me off of what I was doing.
Just missed outside of the knees. And a base runner for the Mets here in the ninth inning at a 1-1 tie.
They don't know what's happening.
Right is running and steals
Playing
it.
the game.
Let's go down to field level with Wendy Nix. Wendy?
Well, Dan, you're exactly right. As word begins to filter through the ballpark about Osama bin Laden, the players, at least in the Phillies dugout, are clearly unaware. They don't have the same devices that we have. I was directly adjacent to the Phillies dugout. They're looking at me, like, you know, and they're looking at each other, and they're looking at their manager. And the obvious question, do you know what's going on?
And here comes the USA chant again.
The pride you guys have in your country is unbelievable. The sacrifices made.
We didn't know
You
what
got
was
your
going
man.
on. We just knew something special happened. And you're in the out, but you're in the in. You're a part of it, but part of what?
Jason Bay is going to be the batter.
I got no idea what's going on, and I'm Canadian, you know, and I'm thinking, I've been called a lot of things, especially in Philly, but, you know, the USA thing, are they trying to get under my skin?
2 on, 2 out.
Oh,
Bay
he
the
took
batter,
it
tied at 1
personal.
in
He
the
thought it
ninth
was
inning.
against him.
In the air to center field.
He's going to catch it.
Inning over.
Good catch.
Everybody's coming into the dugout, and we're all kind of looking at each other, and, you know, obviously the chants are still going, and we're sitting there going, okay, what's happened here? And the trainer kind of breaks the news to all of us.
That's kind of how it spreads, is by that word of mouth. Obviously, you know, no question, the baseball game becomes secondary to, you know, the news and the president, you know, addressing the country, you know, a few minutes after that.
The White House has just announced that the president will address the nation about 1 minute from now.
Oh, here we go.
Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. What we remembered right away was the chants that we started hearing outside the White House. And, you know, my working assumption is that if people had gathered that quickly outside of the White House, chanting USA, USA, that across the country, the same thing was taking place.
The whole country must have been doing it. Not just the
That's a
ball
strike
game.
away from victory.
If they're outside the White House, then it must be in every home, every service member that ever fought or done anything.
Got him. The breaking ball to get him Mayberry, and finally the New York Mets hang on to beat the Phillies 2-1 tonight.
Here we are, a team from New York, a team from Philadelphia, rivals, playing one another, trying to knock each other's teeth out, but the game isn't that significant anymore.
It's weird, just being able to high five and hug Phillies fans and have that common.
What did I say at the beginning of this video? When something big happens to your country, no matter what the rivalry we have between each other, you guys come together. And that is a beautiful thing. And here is a perfect example. When you're on teams, you're basically, well, where I'm from, you're born and bred to hate the rival team. Hate's a strong word. But whatever differences these people had, they were just gone. Because you guys come together when big things happen, and there's not very many countries do that. I know mine certainly doesn't. Big respect to you all.
Ground. fans you're supposed to be enemies with. All of a sudden, it became a moment of celebration, a moment of pride.
For one night, you know, it wasn't Philadelphia, New York, it was the United States of America coming together. That's something special.
See, I told you that was more than just a baseball game. That was a perfect prime example how people in your country, when something from an outside threat comes in, you forget about all of your things and you defend each other. Okay? And when something's not going on, yeah, you squabble and fight and do everything like brothers and sisters do and things like that. You've got your own problems in the country. You've got your own differences, your political views, or whatever the world's going on. But if something challenges you as a whole, then you guys come together. That's absolutely beautiful. And this must have been an amazing game, an amazing moment for you all to share. Please do let me know in the comments, what were you doing on the day that you found this information out? Was there any special memories you had? And if you served, thank you for your service. And if you did, please, I would like to hear how it made you feel personally, from your personal point of view, or the families of servicemen and women. Like, all of you guys, I bet you had a good celebration. Again, I would like to thank you all so very much. I got to do the end of the video thing. Hey, thank you so much. I think I have like 50 members now, which is like, what? Like, I don't, I'm not going to tell you how to do it or anything, but I am going to just tell you to those people, thank you so very much. I'm nearly at this in 14 or 15 days. I've gone from 100, which I was genuinely overjoyed to hit 100. Like I was like, I remember there was this one girl, she was my first ever real comment from someone that I never knew. And she kept commenting on my videos over and over again. Like 3-4 videos in a row. It was just, I just had one person commenting, just the same person. I was so grateful for that person, even though I didn't know them. But now it's like something beyond belief. It's like, imagine that only times 1,000. It's just, I'm so grateful. If I am lucky enough to hit the 20,000, I'm gonna do a special video that forgets about all the algorithm stuff and the stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube and everything. Just a special thank you video. I would like to show you some things about my life, my family, the things I've experienced, maybe tell you some things about me. And I know that you might not be too bothered or anything, but I would really like to share it. I have a very interesting story, like I'm sure many of you have. I've experienced a lot of things. And if I somehow manage to hit this goal, then it's not because of me. It's not because of me. It's because of the people that put encouraging comments. Some people reached out to me and messaged me and put some amazing things. And do you know what it did? It made me get up the next day and want to make another one. It made me rush back home from work wanting to make another one. I just wanted to make one more video. I wanted to experience some more. And the more I looked into the country, the more that I was like amazed that somewhere like this existed that was so unbelievably different from the place I live in now. Place where you guys can say whatever you want to say and be whoever you want to be. That sounds like a dream. It sounds like a movie. You say that to an English person and it's just not. It's just not a thing. I'm fascinated by your way of life. Any country that has freedom of speech, any country that has A place where you can own your land and actually truly be the owner. You know, we seen our prime minister stand right next to Donald Trump, and Trump said to him, "You guys don't have freedom of speech over there in England." And we watched our our prime minister lie through his teeth and say, "England has had freedom of speech for many, many years. We've always had freedom of speech." Oh, yeah? Why can't I change this flag then? Yeah? Why can't I hang that flag out my window, that particular flag that we're talking about? Why can't I tell you right now the issues and the problems that I have with my own country, which I will still fight for? If I was called upon, I would fight for my country, yes. I would fight for any country that loved and cared about me, okay? That's why I'm so fascinated by America, because you guys, like you say, you fight for what's behind you, not because of what's in front of you. And it just so happens us English people at the moment, the only thing I've got behind me is my family, not a country that loves me, not a country that cares about me, but I've got my family. But here's the thing, England, what you don't realize, your family can move and they'll still be behind you when you fight. Now imagine if you had a whole country that was behind you when you fight, a whole country that loved you. This is what I inspire for. This is it. There could be so much more. Please wake up, England. We need a 1776 more than ever. I can't say any more than that because I'm not allowed. But what I can say is I would like to reiterate. I would like to go over again how eternally grateful I am for everything that's happened so far. I've said it 1,000 times in these past 2 weeks, but merely 3 weeks ago, I was in a very dark space, constantly working all of the time, trying to be the best dad I can be. And then an infinite loop of that, trying to be a good dad, working, trying to be a good dad, working, trying to be a good dad, working, trying to be. It was just an infinite loop. And now all of a sudden, I've got something like an outlet, somewhere where people speak to me and I feel valued by more than just my children or my girlfriend. Now, I know these looks does not make me look like I got a girlfriend, but hey, bro, my girlfriend's kind of hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look, I mean, watch. Can you do this? Can you do this? Huh? Of course, I got a girlfriend. She's real, okay? She's real. Thank you all so very, very much. Look at me. I'm laughing. I'm joking. I'm happy. I'm enjoying this moment of happiness. These past week or so is it's like a refreshing new me. I like to joke. I like to laugh. I like to just be me. I've always been that guy, but it's always been behind closed doors. I was always the guy that was sticking a pillow up his back and I was pretending to be a disabled dinosaur while I chased the kids around the house. Or I'm sitting upstairs in my daughter's little princess castle while she's brushing my invisible hair, singing Frozen songs. Or on the weekend, she's painting my nails and doing my makeup and she's making me watch loads of stuff that I don't want to watch, okay? Right? Or I have to pretend that I'm interested in her Minecraft house because I have to look at it all. Like that's me. That's always been me. But here, I get a creative outlet where I get to speak to other adults and have interactions, and I feel valued by other adults. Thank you so much for that. It means the world to me. Again, I'm dragging the end of the video on too long. I really shouldn't. I just let you know, thank you so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please tell me in the comments, what were you doing on this very special day? And God bless you all. Thank you.